Before I get into the review of Saucony's Ride 16, I want to read to you a comment that a viewer left on one of my videos. Hey Aubrey, love your videos and I've been watching for a while, but I'm a little worried that you've gotten caught up in the race day shoe hype. I hope that we can get some more videos on daily trainers in the future. Well, Jack Gallery, that time of the future is now. What's this? Now that is a perfect example of why I love connecting with anyone that views any of my content. And if you're active on Instagram, please do give me a follow, aubrey.running. It would be good to connect with you and have conversations on anything running and running shoes. Okay, I'm Aubrey, a very average runner, simply trying to be less average by the day, as at the time of filming this, you guys have given me 3,112 subscribers who crossed that 3,000 mark. Boom. All right, let's start talking about the shoe. But I have to tell you, this average runner nonsense is about to stop because man's got a running coach now. I'm about to be all sorts of elite. All right, let's start with the shoe. Okay, let's start with the review with the 3 stats you always need to know about any shoe. Let's start with the weight. I wear a size 9.5 UK and it weighed in at 275 grams or 9.7 ounces. In terms of the price, you can pick this up for 130 pounds or $140. Let's talk about the stack height. We got 35 at the back and 27 mil at the front, being an 8 mil drop. Okay, now I pride myself and this channel for keeping it simple, talking normal language without any assumed knowledge of running shoes or running in general. So let's break the shoe down, starting from the top and working our way down, starting at the heel. Let's go. So the first thing you're gonna notice is it's very, very padded. Now, this is going to do 2 things, one good and one bad. The first thing is providing you that comfort. It's a very padded and plush feeling heel. It also increases how well and secure you're held in the shoe. The negative side is the thicker the material will be, especially if you're going to be running, this might run a bit warm, but you need to take it from me, please. I didn't have any issues in terms of this shoe retaining any heat. And we'll talk about why that's the case in a bit. Okay, so next up is the tongue. Well done, Saucony. I like it. I like it. What they've done here is to give the tongue a fixed position and giving the runner the same experience every time. And also that the tongue doesn't move about is they've actually attached it on the inside of the shoe. Can you see that there? On the inside there, that piece there is actually attached. Both sides. That has fixed that tongue in that place. On the other side, this is the first time I'm reviewing a shoe where the laces don't actually feed through the tongue. There is no system in the tongue itself to actually take the laces through. Okay, so let's talk about the lacing system. And Saucony has done something. It's actually in a previous version too, but if you're new to this shoe completely, they've done something that I haven't seen in many other shoes. Let's go to this camera so I can show you that part there. This is an extra eyelet, yes. It actually runs into the inside of the shoe that when you're actually doing up the lace, it brings the rest of the upper along with it. They've put holes in, they've got very good laces, and they've made the holes resilient that the upper won't break apart. They've kept it simple apart from that one feature, and therefore, Saucony, you're doing a good job, you. All right, so next up is the upper. Now the upper is the whole section here that actually covers your foot. Normally, I talk about 2 things here, the actual technical performance as well as aesthetics. I'm going to start with my favorite bit, which is the aesthetics. I like it. They've kept it simple. Now, this is a daily trainer. Not all shoes need to have bells and whistles, titanium, diamond plate. You just need a shoe to just simply do what it does. When you look at it, if you look at that, where I'm playing with the fingers in there, that lighter gray texture is actually another lining of this material inside the shoe. It's a bit more of a smoother feeling material because that's what you're going to be in contact with, but it's an added layer that might, for some people, raise concerns of breathability or whether the shoe is going to run a bit too warm. But if you actually look at the texture and the makeup of that, those perforations, there is literally holes flooded across the whole upper. This is Saucony's attempt to make sure that all of that heat is not retained in the shoe and it escapes, therefore adding to the breathability of the shoe. Okay, I always say the star of the show in any running shoe is the midsole, the platform itself, because that determines your experience in that shoe depending on what kind of run you're doing. Let's go back to this camera. This bad boy here. Now look, this, hold on. That is one of the best insoles I've seen in a running shoe. The insole alone makes the experience of running this shoe very different. And in terms of the actual midsole, firm yet cushioned. Don't expect a max cushion feeling, but don't expect to be running on stones neither. Saucony has done a very good job in giving you a very good balance of comfort and return of energy in the Ride 16. Again, well done. What's the one thing I think they could have done better? And that brings me to the section of this outsole. But when you turn the shoe over, you start to see that quite a significant part of it is actually exposed. It's not too big an issue, and I'm bringing you to this camera because I want you to see this up close. If you turn the shoe to the side and look at that closely, you will start to see that the black actually protrudes past the white. And that's a good thing, because that then means the area that's getting contact with the ground is the black. However, if you turn into the inside of the shoe, the medial part of it, you don't see any black protruding over that. It is the white side that is actually coming over. And that means if you happen to land on the inside of the shoe, it might just mean maybe this is not the right shoe for you. And I think that's one good indicator. And Saucony does make one that is the better shoe for you. But if you do land, if you like this shoe and you land on the inside, that you're gonna see a bit more wear and tear on this side. That would be my prediction. Okay, so who's this shoe for and should you buy it? I recommend this shoe if you're a beginner at running. At 130 pounds, I still think it's expensive, but this is one of the better priced shoes out there for getting into running, for doing your daily training and keeping your higher end, more specialized shoes for exactly that, special occasions. And should you buy it? I think so, but a word of warning here. If you are the type of runner that lands a certain way, please know that this is a neutral shoe. You might need a stability shoe that's going to support how you land. So please be mindful of that. The more important thing to talk about now is the Tesco test. Would you wear this shoe doing other things other than running? And I must say, out of all the other shoes I've done a Tesco test in, this is probably the one that passes the most. I took this to the gym the other day, and you know what? It fit very well with the outfit. I absolutely love the look of it, and I think it's great. Hey, if you found that useful, please do me two favors. One, add me on Instagram. Let's get talking about running shoes, comments, discussions, messages, whatever. And secondly, please do subscribe to the channel. It will be great to have you. I'll see you on the next one.